Hoodoo family. I hope this video finds you doing well. Family, don't it seem like this year is just flying by? And maybe it's just me, but here we are getting ready to go into the month of May. Where did the time go? And as a reminder, talking about May, be ready to collect that first rain of May when it happens. It's going to make some great spiritual cleansing and hoodoo water that you can use for the rest of the year. Well, family, today I want to talk to you about friends, associates, and hoodoo work. Something that you really need to know about. Passing on some wisdom when it comes to doing hoodoo work on friends and associates. So let's take a look at the cycle of these type relationships and when it's best to do hoodoo work and when it's not. But I also got something very important to share with you that is not widely known, but I want you to know because I want you to be well. So let's get started. If you don't know already, all relationships follow the path of the sun, and that's because we humans, we are miniature suns in this universe. Everything we do follows this sacred cycle, and this has been known since primitive times. Our ancestors actually left us a blueprint of this sacred knowledge in the Daikinga. So this is something that started way before we were born. Our friendships, our love relationships, our associations with others all have a beginning moment where you are connecting, where you're hopeful, and the experience is enlightening. You know, when you meet someone new who's interesting, they seem to be on the same page as you, that's exciting. It's like the morning sunrise. And if the relationship is in the sunrise phase, you do have the opportunity to do some work. You can use sweetening oil, attraction works to pull them closer to you. Just keep in mind that no hoodoo work can make someone fall in love with you. So it's used to attract, to pull them even closer. So if you're in this phase, you have that opportunity. And that relationship blossoms and grows into this powerful unity, filled with great memories, things that you're doing together, having fun together. It's like the power of the noonday sun sitting high in the sky, the highest point actually of that relationship. And if the relationship is in the noonday sun phase, you have the opportunity to try and seal that relationship with binding. You can use binding works to really strengthen that bond and connection so that you can try and stick it out through the coming natural decline, and that will surely come. There is an old African proverb, familiarity breeds contempt. The more time you spend with one another, the more you're going to begin to see each other's flaws. And this is going to spur some disagreements, sometimes conflict. It's going to cause you to pull away from each other, and the relationship goes through this decline, like the setting sun descending down from the sky. But when that relationship enters this sunset phase, I want you to remember, there is no work that you can do against this natural order of things. This is natural, this decline. There's nothing you can do to stop this. All you can do is just wait it out and endure. But keep in mind, the patience, the endurance will eventually, if that relationship is to continue, it's going to strengthen it. And then there comes a standoff in the relationship. After that decline, you enter this cold phase. You go to this ground zero. and there is no light in the relationship. A decision, has to be made whether or not to try and continue the relationship. And this represents the invisible sun, hidden from view, the darkness. When the relationship enters this dark nighttime phase. And all you can do, you really have to make a decision on either doing nothing or letting the relationship go or try to give it a second chance. So that's where you are in this nighttime phase. Now, depending on the decision, the relationship will either end in darkness or it's going to have a new beginning, like the morning sunrise, and it's going to rise up again for another chance and go through that whole cycle again. Friendships, associations, they continually go through these cycles. This is the natural cycle of relationships. Some go through this faster while others can take years. And I tell you all of this because it's important to know what stage a relationship is in before you decide to use hoodoo. If something isn't going right, I really caution you to examine it first to see what phase it's in before you try your hoodoo spells. Sometimes you have to make a tough decision on when to close the door on a relationship, especially with friends and associates. Now, one thing that you really need to know, and this is so important, when you do hoodoo work on friends and associates, listen to me carefully because this is very serious. You need to know the truth that when you do hoodoo work on someone, in these instances, you take them with you in life until that work is released. Now, this can become a blessing or it can be baggage over time. Just like the bag lady of Erykah Badu's song that she sang about. Holding on to someone who was only meant to be in your life for a season, it's not going to end well. So family, think about what I've taught you in this video. Check your intent and reason for doing hoodoo work on friends and associates and be sure that it's necessary. If you can walk away, let me tell you, just walk away. I hope this video helps you to avoid starting something that might have some minor long-term consequences, like taking them with you in life. And this is real. This is real, family. So be wise in your hoodoo work. If you would like to learn traditional hoodoo, check out my hoodoo books on my website and my eBay store. The links are in the description. The Root Work for the Home book is available, family. It has instructions for spells, rituals, hoodoo tips, information about plants and trees that you can use. It's just a really great reference book to have. It is actually the first hoodoo book that I've ever wrote. Also check out the Hoodoo Almanacs. The 2025 Hoodoo Almanac includes predictions for this year that I think you'll find interesting. It includes spells and rituals, hoodoo wisdom, stories. There's some remedies in there, all kinds of practical information that you can use for any year. And the same goes for the 2024 Hoodoo Almanac, which is also available. So go and check these out. Hopefully they will be of help to you. Family, thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all of my visitors who dropped by. Please come back again. And until the next video, be careful. Be very watchful of these days. And most of all, keep building positive and good things in your life. Thank you.